Hello guys, what's up? Happy new day. Today we're gonna be building a simple chat app using Firebase. Prerequisite for taking this course is that you already know HTML, fundamentals of CSS, JavaScript, and React. Alright. Demonstration. We've already logged in. When we log in, we are storing the our login on our browser. Alright, remember that we are logged in. Now you're going to type the room which you want to, you create a room or enter an already created room. Here I created okay, these are the charts already. This is from one account. The display name is Colin Tech and the other one is Chibike Collins. Alright, let's dive into it. I don't want to make this video too long. I want to keep it as simple as possible. Alright, let's dive right into it. Now, first of all, you want to head over to Firebase. If you don't have an account already, you want to create a new account. Alright, to get started, you come over here and click on Add Project. Then you want to name this chart, right? Okay. While that is getting ready, you click on continue. That is enabled rather. So, excuse me. Select account, my default account. Click on create project. Alright, while that is getting ready, let's head over to our app. Now I've already done the template for the app already because of time, and these are little, I've done the cleanup and I've left the necessary files which we'll be using. Alright, okay, let's go back to our Firebase. Yeah, this is complete. We click on continue. Alright, these are different options. You can build with Apple, Android, and web. You want to build, you also have Unity and Flutter. Alright, now let's go with these are different services that is being offered by Firebase. Alright, we have authentication, which we'll be diving in very soon. Now let's go to web. That is, we're going to be developing a web app, and we're going to name this chart as well. Yes, we want to include hosting. I'm going to show you how to host in a bit. Alright, now you click on register app. Okay. Error code while linking up with your register app. Okay, I already done this. We are using npm, that is why npm is checked. Alright, so you come over here, copy this, you run this, you come to your code editor. Here I'm using a Visual Studio Code. Ctrl J for shortcut to your terminal. Alright, then you run npm install Firebase. I already done that. Now let's proceed. Because of time, I'm kind of rushing the video. I don't want it to exceed an hour. Alright, when you've done that, you copy this config file right here. Alright, which we're gonna do. We'll come over here inside our source. We'll create our Firebase config.js. Alright, you come over here and paste that. We're not using analytics. I'm gonna clean that up. Come right here, clean up this to make it look nice and neat. Okay, so we're gonna clean this up. Alright, you save. Now you come down, and while you've done that, you click on next to continue. Alright, now you're gonna run another command, npm install dash. That G means globally. Alright, so that you'll be able to use Firebase CLI tools. Alright, you can run the commands in your terminal. Now click on next. We are not deploying now. We're gonna do that later. I'll teach you how to do that in a bit. Alright, I'll be using Google. Alright, I want to use Google for authentication. There are a couple of functions already functions. That's why Firebase is so cool. Some of the background authentication service, because every website now has Google signing, because it's the easiest way to sign in. Alright, people don't like inputting their password and email. Alright, so we're gonna go with Google. That's quite simple to implement. Alright, our Google authentication is enabled. We'll have to go back to our app. Now let's import some function from Firebase that will enable us Firebase/auth. Okay, what we're going to be importing here is a function called getAuth. Alright, we'll come down here and initialize that. This export is to enable us to use it in other components. We're going to name this auth. Alright, get auth, initialize our app inside. Okay, let's go ahead with our build. I'm going to create a new component which I'm going to call auth. auth.js. This is where we're going to be writing our authentication logic. I'm gonna import that right here. Alright, yeah. Oh, okay. This is, guys, you have to be very intentional about this import. There are two kinds of import. You can either import. Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm going to do default import. Alright, that's why our code is breaking. Let's go, guys. Now, what do we declare in our Firebase config? Alright. That was a named export, so we are going to couple of other functions too from Firebase that will enable us. Since we are using a Google authentication system service rather, I'm going to be importing that here. Function is called Google Auth Provider. I'm going to name that provider here. This is a constructor function. That's why we use the new keyword. Alright, for those of you who have missed, I didn't declare this. That's why we are having this error. Alright, now we're gonna import. Okay, this should be imported here as well, since we are importing it from alright, we're going to import another function here from Firebase/auth. Alright. Now, if you look at the prompt, these are different ways you can sign into your Google, alright? But we're going to use sign in with pop-up, alright? There's another one that sign up with a redirect, alright? We don't want to do that. So we want to be able to sign in on the same page, all right, to avoid redirect, so that we don't get distracted. All right, now that we've imported to put this in all right, here in our auth, we want to clear an input with a corresponding button. Sign in. Oh, let me do Google account. All right, I want to okay, let's not give this let's give this and H1. Okay, all right, let's write a logic sign in with Google. All right, let's put this in a try and catch block so that we'll be able to catch our errors easily. All right. All right, now this this sign in will pop up, right? What are we authenticating? The get auth we declared in the Firebase config file, right? We're going to pass that as a parameter, and we're going to pass the Google as a provider service because we're using Google provider service. All right, let me put this in table. I'm going to call this result. All right, now there's another you want to go ahead and install this package. All right, there's a package, we call it universal cookie, that will enable us store our login detail on our browser. All right, npm install universal cookie. All right, you hit enter. I've already installed that, I don't want to reinstall it again. All right, you come here and import that. Import cookies from universal cookie. Now I want to initialize that. I'm going to give it the name cookie. All right, okay, now what are we going to do with this cookie? Now we'll come down here. Since we are passing it to our browser memory, we'll come here and declare there's a function called set. All right, we are setting it. All right, this the name of, let's name it user token. All right, set user token, and now we're going to get the result called is auth. Okay, before I do that, let's test it out first. All right, let me show you something. Let's see if this is actually working. Now we have, this is from a token from the app I built already. Now we're going to see if this actually works. Oh, okay, sorry, my bad, I've not even hooked it up in the button. All right, well, we'll come over here. Supposed to hook this up with the button. Yeah, sign in with Google. On click function, on click event rather. Sign in with Google. No, sign in with excuse me. Okay, let's test that out. All right, for some reason I don't know why that is not popping up. Let's see, is there an error here? No, I don't think so. Let's check that again. Okay, it's working now. All right. As you can see, we have a refresh token here from the called auth token. We named that as user token. All right. This, you're going to see this in the browsers when we log in. All right, let's click on login. Let me choose a particular account. Okay, I'm going to choose this account right here. Once we log in successfully, you're going to see the refresh token in the browser. That is supposed to work faster. I'm getting a slow network here. Very good. Yeah, why that is not showing. Yeah, we have our token, user token. You see that right there, right? So that means we are successfully logged in. Very good. Okay, our app is working so far. Our logic and functionality is working. All right, but we want to be able to visualize that in our app. All right, we want to see what we are doing. All right, visualize it. Now I'm gonna sorry, I've been having flu because of the weather in Nigeria at the moment. Okay, now this state, we're gonna set this to we'll import our cookies right here. Let me just to save us time. Okay, gonna import this right here. All right, what we want to do here is we want to get the cookies that we've already set in our browser. User token. All right. When we are logged in, all right, we want to perform some actions. We want to command our app to do certain things. That is the beauty of React, and that is what we call unique rendering. Now we're going to check if we're going to display the auth, which makes sense, by the way. All right, if we are not authenticated, we want to remain on this page. All right, but if we are authenticated, actually I'm gonna put that in another state to be able to, I'm gonna call this room. If we are not authenticated, we want to remain, but if we are authenticated, we want to show us where we're going to impute our room as an alternative. We want to now, if we are authenticated, we want to check if we're already in the room. All right, we want to show our chat is when we've created a room. If we've not created a room, we're going to show us where we're going to create that room. All right, as an alternative, we're going to create an input that will enable us enter that particular room. All right, enter room. This will help us visualize what we are doing. All right, and a button that will authenticate our room. All right, and room. I'll try and be fast, not to. Okay, why button? Why is that? Okay, let me wrap this in a div. right. Chart is not defined. Yes, of course. Let's give that in a bit. Let's create a new component. We're going to call it chart.js. All right. RFACE. All right. Let's import chart here. I always prefer moments when they import these things automatically for me. All right. Okay. What is that? Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. It shows that we are logging. That's why we see this room. Is showing us to enter a room. All right. All right. Our logic is working now. When we are in the room, all right, right now the room is null, which is false here, right? But if you come here as a norm to declare your onChange event and do have to target input and do set room, not set is room. Set room, and we set this to e.target.value. Now when I type here, when I start typing, it's gonna turn to truth, alright? Now we want to avoid that. The only way we want to show chart or to make this truthy is when we finish what we are typing, the room, because it wouldn't make sense that we are typing our room to go into a room and it will disappear, right? The only way this will make sense is to use a hook called useRef, alright? Okay, this is imported here already. We're going to declare that here. Now let's call this room ref, alright? useRef. We're going to declare this as null initially, excuse me. Instead of our usual e.target.value, right, to be able to get exactly what we want, to avoid the incident that happened earlier, instead of the onChange, we're going to make reference to that ref. We'll come here and declare what we call ref to be able to declare our ref, alright? Now, what does useRef do? useRef is used to track the current state or the current value of our state, alright? Where we are at the moment. It shows us the current state of our application or component, alright? Now, here in this button, why it didn't work? Alright. Now, when we click on this, it takes us to chart, alright? Alright. Excuse me. So far so good. This is working. Alright, this is where we're going to write the whole. Now for this, I would like to create form here. I'm going to give this an input and a button. Alright, enter chart, placeholder, enter chart. Alright, now we're going to head over to our Firebase and create the template or the skeleton for our data, where we're going to be pulling our data from, alright, because we're going to be communicating with our backend to get this data we are setting. Now there are two ways. You can either set it in production mode or in test mode. Let's go with, now if you set this in production mode, alright, we're going to configure some things, alright. Let's use the test mode, alright. Yeah, it's warning us that if we don't, whatever we select here cannot be changed later. So I think I'm gonna stick with the default because I find it to be reliable, so I'm gonna go with that. While this is going still setting up, okay, yeah, we're in the database now. This is like a NoSQL database, all right, where you basically you're gonna call these messages, all right. I don't want to create application for now, so I'm just gonna create a collection. Now this comes with it's like a JSON format or an object format where you have messages as your collection, and then the subsequent documents you add later will come under this place. You're gonna see how this will play out. Now we don't want to create automatic, so we want to create that from our chat app, all right. All right, now we come over here and we're gonna create. Okay, I'm gonna be using use state. All right, now how do we do this? First of all, let's create a state where we'll trap new messages, new message. All right, I'm going to set new message was to use state. This will be initially set to null. All right, so let's come over here and import the Firestore service. So from Firebase / Firestore. All right, as a function called get Firestore. And we're gonna come down here and declare that. Now this is where our database lies, all right. I'm gonna name this DB, and we're gonna initialize the get Firestore with our app inside. Friends, we're gonna import DB. Okay, we're going to be sending a request to our backend, all right, or we'll make reference to our database. Now how do we do that? First of all, there are a couple of functions I'm going to import. Firebase / Firestore. Okay, we're going to be importing collection. All right, now we're going to make reference to our database. Let's call this message, or let me call it docref, document ref. This collection will take in a couple of parameters. We're going to pass in the database as a reference. Then we're going to grab the name of our collection. Here we have message as our collection, all right. Here we're going to make reference to this. We're going to capture that, all right. We're making reference to messages. Now let's write the logic. We're going to make this a sync. My bad. Okay. Actually, let me name this handle submit, because we're going to hook it up in our form. All right, on submit, handle submit. Very good. Now first of all, we're going to declare feed or prevent default, so that each time we submit, our application does not refresh or re-render, right? Okay. Check if it's null. If new messages is null, then we are not doing any other thing. We just return and we break out of this function, all right? We're not doing any other thing, all right? But if it's not null, we want to add doc from the file store, right? What are we going to pass into this now? We are passing that docref, our database reference we made, and the data we want to pass in, all right? The couple of data. Now look at messages. What are the things that comes with a message? All right, first of all, we're going to make reference to text. Text will be the new message we are setting, all right, in our input. Now we're going to make reference to when that message was created. Now we're going to import a function. We call this server timestamp from Firestore, all right, Firebase Firestore. Now we're also going to make reference to who created the message, all right? We'll come here and declare user, and we're going to give it auth from our authentication, all right? Since we are signed in, I told you there are a couple of functions that comes with your Google sign in. Like if you want to get you declare the current user who is signing. If you want to get their photo, you click on photo URL or phone number. These are a couple of functions that is written inside this auth object, all right? But what we want to do is to get their display name, the name that they use in registering for their Google account or Gmail account. And we are going to make reference to room to see if we are in the right room so that it will display the right messages, all right? I'm going to come over here. We're going to import this room here from our app.js, all right? We're going to declare that here. This is how we pass props in React. We'll come down here and destructure it here. Now most people or some people will come down here and do or pass in props here, props, and come down and do const excuse me, the structure that name it room equals to props. But I like to keep my, everybody's got their style. I prefer to destructure from the on-go, just to keep things neat and simple, all right? Now in ESCs, instead of declaring this as room here, we'll just declare room. This is a neater way of writing code. All right, now that we've done this, let's see if our logic really works, or our function. What we're going to do is I'm going to come here and declare unchange. I'm going to give this set new message to target the value. All right, whatever we type in here as message or room stays. Now what is the name of our room? Let's name this room erudite. we enter room. What's the child? Hey, fellow erudites, let's meet up and chat. Okay, let's see if we're getting any errors. Alright, no error. Let's go back and check if... Boom! That works! Look at this, guys. That is great. Alright. This is the name of our room, erudites. This is the text. This is the user, the name of the user that created it. And then the timestamp, alright, the server timestamp, which we declared here. Alright. Which we declared here. Alright. Now that this is working, we want to declare a hook that enables us communicate application, a way to visualize what we're doing and to be able to hook that up in our app as a live, alright, or in a live manner. Alright. Now the hook to use here is UseEffect. It's a powerful hook in React. We're going to declare another where I will be able to get what we've already passed into our data. Alright. Now that we've created a new data, alright, with our collection, which is messages, and then with a room erudite, we want to be able to get those the details or the information from our database. This is going to come as an array. Alright, UseEffect. It comes with a callback function and a dependency. If you don't declare a dependency, this dependency here, now we would have declared anything we would have maybe declared the new message once it is going to change or re-render when our new message state changes, alright. But here we want it to render only once. That is why we are passing in an empty array, alright. Now our use state, on here there is query builder, right, which comes with our collection, and whatever query we want to excuse me, each time we want to query the database to, we can either query it on count, number of documents, where, order, and limit. But we're going to query it for where, alright. We're going to query it for where. And where is going to come as, okay, I always like to put this in a try and catch as always. Excuse me. First of all, we want to declare our message query, alright? We want to query. I like to write code this way so that my IntelliSense will import them for me, alright, instead of me importing them myself. Now this is not from Express. I'm not importing from Express. Okay, we'll declare our query. What are we querying? We are querying the reference to our database, which is docref. And we are querying where, like I showed you, alright. Now where in the sense that we're going to check if the room we are into is equal to the room All right. If room that we declared is equals to the room that we are typing in to query, all right. Like when we type a room, we want it to, as far as the name corresponds to the name of that room, we want it to display the messages or let us into that room so we can be able to chat in that particular room. All right. That's what we're trying to do here. Now, there's a function called onSnapshot. OnSnapshot enables us to be able to keep track of our event or the actions we are performing, to be able to make live changes to whatever we are doing. All right, that is onSnapshot. Message ref, all right, where we are querying the room for now. All right, and a callback function which we're going to give the parameter of snapshot. Okay, I got that right. Now, what are we returning from this? First of all, let's declare excuse me, let's create a message list. All right, message list, an empty list where we're going to push the new message, because here we declare that it's going to be in our array. All right, so it's going to be a couple of messages, but we'll create a new message, we push it into the existing ones, to pile up, because you can't just create one text in a chart. All right, you're going to create multiple charts. All right, now we're going to check for each snapshot. All right, we want to get the document. All right, and that document, we're going to push messages. We're going to push the data. All right, the messages data and the ID. All right, data is not defined. Oh, I see what the problem is. All right, we are returning a copy of this. All right, not mutating it directly. All right, okay, I think the error is gone. Sometimes I just forget to do little things and you think they don't matter, and here you are. All right. This is a spread operator, right? Use it to create a copy of your data, all right? So that we are not modifying the original one, but the copy of that one. We want to be able to visualize that, all right? We'll come down here. Message list dot map. I think we should put this in a div. Dot map, all right. We return each message. Alright, let me put this in another div. Alright, we are returning message.text. Let's test it out first and see how this goes. Alright, now we are in the erudite room. Oh, sorry, not done with the logic. Let's let's see. Okay, all right. Let's test this out. We've already created a room, all right. For some reason, all right, guys. Let's see. Okay, let's check. All right, the message was created, but it's not showing here. I'm gonna look at that in a minute. Let me delete it. Let's delete the message. Let's go back here. Let me see why this is not. Oh, I think I'm getting a warning, express a return value. Okay. Our S lint, it always make us write code in a clean and more conventional way, alright? Okay, we got another error. Objects are not valid created if you meant to render children instead. Okay, my bad. Sorry, React. You're really reacting right now. Alright, let's see. Let's type another message. Enter room. Erudite. Very good. Okay, now is displayed. Alright, very soon we're gonna write some CSS to make it look neat and nice. Alright, so there you have it, guys. This is working as expected. Alright, now we don't just want to declare the text. Alright, we want to also declare the name of the person that typed the message. Alright, let's see. Message dot user. Let's see if that works. Very good, that is working. Let me make this a little bold. Oh, okay, sorry. React. Very good. Now we are differentiating. We can distinguish non-breaking space. So add a little space there. Very good. More neat now. In our browser, it is giving us warning about key. Found object with keys, room. Alright. As declare, so that you'll be able to, so that if you are declaring a deleting, or maybe you're going to write a deleting method, it's going to know the particular one you're deleting. Alright, and to be able to make each element you're declaring inside your map, return map, unique. Alright, so this is necessary that you add that. Okay, guys, now we're going to start writing. I also want to declare the time. Now if we come here and declare this created at, it's going to yell at us created at. We're going to get an error. Alright, what's the error? If objects are not valid as a React child. Alright, so you can't pass this here directly because it sees it as an object. Alright, so I'm going to show you in a bit a better way to do this. I'm going to come back to that. Alright, now let's type more messages. Alright, in that same room. Now let's see. Hey, I will be calling on others to do the needful over the weekend. enter chart. Okay, alright guys, I want us to be able to, whenever we type a message, to clear out the input. Alright, if you observe, when we type come on everybody, alright, and if you look closely, our chart is not lined up in a chronological order. That means, you know, the older ones are supposed to stay up and the newer ones are going to stay down. I'm going to come to that very quickly. Okay, let's see. Let's type let me refresh this. Let's enter our room again. Okay, let's see. Don't mind my spellings. Greetings, eruditians. Sorry. Now our message is not clearing. Okay, for some reason that worked. Alright, let me look at the function here. We want to come down here and set messages, set new message to empty, and then we're going to come here and declare the value to new message. Okay, that is taken care of. Now let's take care of, let's arrange them in a chronological order, right? Let's do that. I don't remember putting this thing down. Why are we doing that? Okay. Now remember I told you here, when you come to this query builder, right? Now if you want to check collection, alright, we want to add where document ID. We'll come here and input our document ID, which in this case will be room. Now the only room we created so far is the erudite. Alright, else when we create other rooms, we're gonna come here and test it out. Let's see. It's gonna display all the messages in that room. For some reason, I don't know why this is. Okay, yeah, look at all the messages that we created in this very room. Alright, now we should come back here and create another room. Let's create a greenhouse. Let's enter room. You see that this room is empty. Hello, greenhouse. Alright, now let's come back here and query this room and see if it works as well. Very good. You see, we only have one message inside here, which is hello greenhouse. Alright, now there's another clause or parameter which I would like us now order by. Like I told you, the messages are not arranged in chronological order, rather, sorry. Now I want to order by created at. If you are wondering, this created at is part of the information in our message. Alright, created at. Alright, now I want to query that. Alright, order by created at. The ID of this very data is created at, and we are querying that. Now we want to query it in ascending order. Alright, now let's hit run. We're going to run into an error because yes, there's a thing that was supposed to create called index. All right, we don't have that, so we're going to use this link. You click on this link, it will take you to where you create an index that will enable you order the apps in that ascending order. This is going to take a little while. Meanwhile, in our app, for you to order it properly, you come up to your chart here where we declare this query. Then we're going to add order by. All right, we're going to reference created at. We're going to reference created at, which is part of our document ID that we referenced earlier in our database. All right. All right, we'll just wait for this to load. Yeah, okay, signed us. I'll wait for that to come up. It's gonna take a little while. Okay, that is up. Yeah, we're gonna click on save. Now if you look, it's building. Alright, if you look at this under the status, you see building, which means it's still building our index. Alright. Okay, now we'll go back to our app. We're gonna wait for that to come up. I'm gonna pause and come back when it's finished building. Alright guys, this has finished building our index. Now let's test it out. Okay, let's go back to our data. All right, and let's run the query builder once more and see if this gives us an error again. I'm gonna add order by, then the document ID, which is created in an ascending order. Let's see if we still get the same error like we did earlier. Very good. Now our app works. Look at that, rendered in a ascending order. Okay, go back to our app. We're going to refresh and go back to the erudite room. Enter room. For some reason I'm getting an error. That's supposed to display erudite. Okay, let's see. That's what we call memory leak in JavaScript. All right, we want to check to be able to make sure that when a component renders, all right, especially UseEffect, there's a function in we call unsubscribe in database. All right, to be able to cater for this memory leak. When we are done with our implementation, when UseEffect has rendered our messages or our collection in our database, we want to clean up the function. All right, the way to do that, we're gonna use the unsubscribe function or maybe service from Firestore to do that. Now what we do is that after your try and catch block, you come down here and return the very function. Excuse me, sorry. You're gonna render that with a callback function. All right, I'm gonna make provision to this unsubscribe. I hope. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake here. Unsubscribe. Yeah, that's more like it. Unsubscribe. For some reason, I'm still getting an error. I don't know. Okay, let's see. All right, guys. I think I know where the error is coming from. All right. Instead of cons, you want to use the variable keyword. All right. Now the error is gone. All right, let me enter the room again and test that out. For some reason it's not rendering. What's going on? I'm not getting an error on the console, but okay, let's go back to our database and check that out. Now we've created an index here which is supposed to run normally, alright, but for some reason it's not. So I don't know where. Okay, let's try that again. Alright guys, we had a little issue with our index for some reason. I don't know why. I think that's from Firebase database. Alright, now to test out our latest query, which is order by created, alright, which we reference with a server timestamp, alright, to enable us know when a particular message was written. Let's chat come over by the garage. Let's see if this is working. Okay. They are the troopers. Don't really know what that means, but okay, anything good. So as you can see guys, that our functionality is working as expected. Alright, our message is now arranged in chronological order. Alright, gamers come over. Let me do one more test. Alright, everything is working correctly. Alright, with that being said, let's another thing is, in as much as I'll start working on the UI very soon. Another thing I want to do is to add our ability to delete message from here, from our app, instead of just deleting it from the database. Alright, now there's a functionality I'm going to write inside our chat component. I'm going to call this, I'm going to import a couple of more okay, you know, like my style, you know, while I write the functionality that gets imported for me. Alright, we're gonna hook a button here. I'm gonna call that delete message. A button that deletes our message. Alright, it's quite simple with now whenever you want to delete, you're gonna make reference here. We're gonna make reference to, okay, let me write our on-click event here to enable us make provision for, let me give this delete message. Yeah, that's just about it. Now let's declare this after our UseEffect, right? Let me declare this down here. I'm gonna call this delete message. We're gonna make this a sync as usual, and then now first of all we're gonna check. Alright, okay, let me capture this in a try and catch block. No, that's my style of writing code, always trying to follow convention. Alright, now if you come here, we're going to declare message ID, right? Message ref, which is going to come the collection of our database, right? And the name of our collection. Alright, await delete. We're going to import a function called delete doc that will be imported automatically for me once I declare it here. Now we're going to pass in this message ref. Before that, we're going to make inside this delete doc, alright, we're going to declare our document, alright, because we're going into our document to get the reference, our database, and then the collection, which is the messages, alright. You declare a doc, which is a representation of our document. Remember, when we create a collection, you create a couple of documents, alright. Those documents, just like in JSON format or object format, like a way a NoSQL database is presented, unlike a relational database, alright. In non-relational database, which is a reflection of what Firestore is, alright. Now, we make reference to our document, and then we're going to get this message ref, alright, and then the ID, which is we declared as message ref here, and then the ID, alright. I think that is about that. Now let's see if this works. Let me try and delete a message. Okay. Alright, let me rewrite this code in a more comprehensive way. Alright. Let me declare this inside here. I'm gonna call this message ref. Alright. I usually prefer to do this outside the try block. Alright, I'm going to make reference to the doc, alright, which captures our database and the name of our collection, which is messages in this case. Alright, then we await, since this is a sync and await. In the future, I'm going to make a video on promises, alright, so you know how async and await works in JavaScript. How we write asynchronous, make an asynchronous request to whatever server or database, and see how it returns our response. All right. We await that delete doc, which references our message ref, and then the message ID, the ID of each document. Alright, let's see, this should work. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot. Okay, we're still getting an error. I think I'm gonna declare this on the first inside this message ref variable. Right, I'm gonna write a message here, ID, and then I'm going to reference the message ref inside the delete doc function. Alright, let's see how. Oh, okay, yes. Here in our delete, yeah, this is where the error is coming from. Whenever you pass a parameter, or whenever a function is returning, you pass a parameter and is returning with an argument, you're supposed to render that. Like in this case, inside this onClick event, we're supposed to render that with a callback function, alright? So we're going to declare our message, in this case, .id, to be able to tell our function which particular message we want to delete, because when we click on particular delete button, it's going to delete that message and not the whole messages, alright? If not, it's going to throw an error. Okay, let's see how. Boom! Look at that. That works. Alright. That is cool, guys. That our function is working as expected. Alright. So we'll have full control of our application. We can delete right from our chat app. Alright. Now this is a plus. I didn't plan on adding delete before, but I wanted to show you guys how this works, and because I love you guys and I always do contents that you love, to be able to give you the best. That's why I'm here, make things easier, make things smoother. All right, now let's move on. yeah, another thing I'm going to do, I think we are pretty much done. I'm going to test this app again. I'm going to log in into our application with another account. Then we'll see how this updates in real time, alright? So that when you chat from here, the other person receives the same message and in real time also. Alright, yeah, another thing is I'm going to, okay, let me write this manually. Like the time our message is being sent is not showing, so I'm going to write that manually. Excuse me. Alright, now we try to declare a message dot created at inside uh, our element, and it gave us an error telling us that we cannot declare an object directly into our our elements, right? To our JSXs. Now there is something I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna come here. Excuse me. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna do something. Now let's declare a variable here. I'm gonna call this current date. Excuse me. Current date. I'm gonna set this to new day. Alright. Now const timer. This is I'm gonna do we're gonna declare this inside our alright. Oh, okay. No, I'm gonna write a time. We're going to start from here. Current date dot get full year. Alright. I'm going to duplicate that. We're going to get month. Now instead of writing this, I want our month to show. If you come here and do current date dot get month, it's gonna give you the month in digits, in number, not the name of that month. But I want to declare a month here, right? Current date dot to local string, alright? And we're gonna declare, it's gonna come with sorry, and then an object here, gonna put a month long. Alright, I'm gonna do that for weekday as well. Let me copy this. Let me duplicate this. Okay, I'm gonna give this weekday, alright, and come there and do weekday. Alright, we are capturing the year, right, the day and the time. Okay, let me put day is alright. Now let's go. Now for us to declare this inside our JSX, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come here and destructure this, alright. I'm gonna give this a timer, and I'm going to declare it in a kind of I'm gonna render this with let's say oh, okay, this is supposed to come after this. Let me do this. Let me put this here. Alright, better. Excuse me. Now we got our time. first of all, we're gonna declare the day, all right? So I'm gonna declare that should be the weekday, all right? I'm gonna declare date and then the time. So here in here, I'm gonna declare time dot weekday, right? I would like us to visualize this as we go, alright? Let me just declare this right here so we'll see what we're doing currently. Alright, inside our span where we are declaring the message.user, and let me declare this here so we'll see what we're doing. Aha, you see, that is working as expected. Cool. How cool is that, guys? Okay, we got our day. Today is Sunday. All right, that is displaying correctly. And all right, excuse me, guys. That, I think this should be better. This looks better, right? Okay, now we're declaring the day, right? Followed by, I want to make this look like Sunday, then today's date, all right? Sunday, time dot day, Sunday 2nd, all right? Then we'll declare the month. Time dot month. Or should I? No, let's do month first, right? I think month should be here. July the 2nd. No, Sunday. June. Sunday 2nd, right? Let me kind of, I think it will make more sense. Let's put this here. We got July, Sunday 2nd. Yeah, then we will make provision for the year. All right. Time dot get full year. All right. Undefined. Oh, okay. Sorry. Dot year. My bad. 2023. Look at that, guys. So we're going to head over to the UI to make it look more awesome. I'm going to pause and then come back, and then you see how this works. I'm going to show you that. I'll put the links in the description below so you'll be able to access it from my GitHub page. Alright, guys, that is looking neat and lovely already. Look at that. Now, this is the CSS right here. Made some, look at that, looking beautiful. When we type our chart, it appears this way, all right? Now, here's our app.css. The body is great, and place content center, just to make things look placed in the center. And then we have our button decorations and all that for the input, the paddings, and the whole thing to make it look awesome. Then our chart, our room, they made it a display flex direction column, that is looking better already. All right. Now one more thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna log in. Let's put this here. I'm gonna create a new let me declare our local host 3001. I'm gonna log into another account. Okay. Before I do that, let me create a login, a sign up button. All right, quickly. Now our sign up button should be somewhere around here, because it will make sense to not to put it where our okay. All right, guys, we just declared the sign up button here. All right, let's write the functionality. Let me give this an on-click event of I'm going to declare the function sign out of Google. All right. Yeah, function is gonna break. Okay, let me do this here. All right, for our sign out function is pretty easy. Okay, I think I'm gonna copy. Alright guys, we're gonna declare our function here. As usual, I'm gonna make this await and async, right? Now this is pretty simple. First of all, we're going to import a function from Firebase authentication service, alright? Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm trying to rush things. I'm kind of making mistake. Now there's a function called sign out, alright, which is going to import up there. What are we going to do with this sign out? We're going to declare pass in auth there, which is the authentication service that made us log in, that we use in logging in, alright. So when we are signing out, it makes sense that we'll make provisions to sign out of the auth. Okay, now we're going to do a couple of things. When we sign out, we're going to remove cookies from our browser, right? With a remove function with the name of our token. Alright, now set auth. I'm going to set this to false, and then our room will be set back to null. Alright, sign out of Google is not defined. Okay, sign out of Google. Sign out of Google, I hope. Oh, yeah, that's correct, right? Where am I getting this? Sign out of Google is not, I don't know. Let me see, I think, let me refresh this. Okay, I think we are good. Let's try and sign out. Very good, we are signed out successfully. Alright, let me sign in with another Google account. I'm gonna sign in with let me sign in with okay, let me sign in with this. Alright, let me enter Greener's room. I think we created a room like that, right? Okay, Greener's room. Let me enter Greener's room here. Alright, let me chat now. Okay, let me put this in a new window so you see what I'm doing. Move to a new window. Alright, now pay close attention, guys. Now when I send the message from here, we're we're gonna see that appear here. All right, so let's say hello greeners. Let's say come on greeners, it is a beautiful Sunday. Enter chat. All right, let's see. Now we see that this is showing here as well. Now the name of the person that typed this message is this. You see that is a different user here. All right, let me type from here. I am replying your message ASAP. Look at guys, this is awesome. So our app is working correctly. And now my next video, I'm gonna start from scratch. So I've been getting a lot of requests for people to, help them do a beginner's video, which I'm gonna do next. This is an advanced video, and this is a cool app to build. You can do this and add this to your resume, and for me, this is cool and great. Okay, I did promise to deploy this, right? Let's see. You upload. You have to. Let's build npm run build. All right, to be able to build your file before you deploy it. If not, it's not going to appear very well, right? So this is a conventional thing to do. You want to build your app. Then here we're going to do. I'm going to add another. Yeah, I'm going to run file. Before you start your deployment, you're going to run Firebase login. I'm already logged in, so it's going to tell me that I'm logged in already. Come on. All right. Already logged in. That Firebase init. All right. Okay. I think the network is quite slow. Okay, proceed. Yes. Now it's gonna come up with this kind of prompt. All right. You're gonna type yes for Y. Now to select this, we are selecting hosting, configure files for Firebase hosting. You tap on your space bar to select. Don't press the enter button. You use the space, then click enter to select. Use an existing project. Yes, we have an existing project. In our case, I have okay, this has finished building. That's great. I'm gonna choose the first one. That is the one. Enter. Yeah, we're going to select our build folder, which is this here. This is already finished building. I'm going to select the build folder, and I'm going to hit enter. Enter. Alright, this is complete. Now finally, you're going to hit Firebase deploy. Kaboom! Here you have it, guys. Okay, I'm gonna show you how this is deployed. We're gonna see that in a bit. Deploying, going, 0%, 6, 13, 40, 60, 80, 90, 300. Deploying, guys. This is so cool. Alright, our app is fully deployed to database. Alright, let's check this out. Okay, gonna alright guys, you come to build, you click on hosting right there. It's going to bring you to this page. Now look at the app we just deployed. Alright, to access that, just click on this. So there you have it guys, our app is online, it is live. So you can log in and do whatever it is. This is our app live. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next time. I'm gonna do more video probably on Firebase, and maybe handle the request that is coming in from others. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. See you next time.